Hey yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Tylarious. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the $2 trillion heist challenge that Rockstar put to the community and how we made, well actually how we destroyed that $2 trillion challenge and made $4 trillion in just 9 days. Yeah, we're going to talk about how we actually did that. I'm going to break down the numbers, and I want to discuss and ask you guys what you think our reward is going to be, because as you see right here, Rockstar says, shout out to the GTA Online community for once again obliterating our expectations in the heist challenge, this time surpassing over $4 trillion total. As a result, you've unlocked a free new vehicle coming soon to GTA Online. Stay tuned for more details. So I want you guys to, I want to ask you, what do you think this vehicle is going to be? Is it something that we've seen already in some cutscenes, or is it going to be something completely new and different, or is it going to be something totally corny and be like, I don't know, something lame, right? Tez tweeted out, he said, now this is before that Rockstar confirmed our challenge was complete. He said that the plays counter of the Cayo Perico Heist scope mission increased between 4,000 to 8,000 per hour or two. And that was just over the last 6 hours. He said during the weekend, the increase must have been higher. At this rate, the community likely made 1.5 to 2 trillion from Cayo Perico heists alone. And this kind of had me questioning, is this just in a weekend or is this overall total, right? And if we just made 2 trillion for overall total on the Cayo Perico heist, how can we have made an extra 2 trillion from the casino? I mean, I can see it happening, right? But it kind of leads a little bit of, I don't know, it's kind of suspect. Why would Rockstar lie about that? Why would they lie about us making 4 trillion? Why wouldn't they just said, yeah, you guys made the 2 trillion. You made 2.5 trillion, right? What if we didn't? What if we only made like 1.9 trillion? And they're like, you know what? You made 4. We want to give you the vehicle anyways. We already had it planned, right? So we'll talk about the numbers here in just a moment. But do you guys think that we actually made the 2 trillion? I'm going to ask you now. I'm going to go over the numbers with you, and then I want you guys to kind of rethink this after we've talked about these numbers, because listen, this is nothing short of amazing what we did to get these numbers to reach $4 trillion in just 9 days. Okay, now again, it is absolutely doable. It is possible. But during, the Thanksgiving holiday for the United States, a lot of people were traveling with their families. Me personally, I didn't have enough time to do a whole bunch of heists like I wanted to. But I know a lot of other people were like, Ty, I did 10 heists today. I made 10 million alone today, right? So we'll talk about these numbers. And I want you guys to kind of, just think about this and think whether or not that we actually, did this. Again, I think that we did. I think that we pulled it out. But it was... it just goes to show how strong the community can be, because this was a serious accomplishment, especially making $4 trillion. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. Rockstar said that we made over $4 trillion in 9 days. Okay, so we'll just say $4 trillion to keep it simple, right? Now, let's say that each Cayo Perico heist on average, we'll base these numbers on Cayo Perico heists, okay? Let's say that each one we made 1.5 million on average. That means that we would have had to complete over 2,666,000 Cayo Perico heists. Okay, so we'll just say 2.7 to keep the math simple. If you break it down and you do roughly 2 Cayo Perico, it takes roughly 3 hours to do 2 Cayo Perico heists, right? You log in, you bang out a Cayo Perico heist, you have to wait 3 hours, roughly 3 hours in total. 2 hours and 12 minutes for the cooldown, 48 minutes, or about 30 minutes for the setups, and then about 15 minutes to complete the heist. So in roughly 3 hours, you can get 2 heists done. That's 4,050,000 game hours, or 988,000 per Cayo Perico heist game hour. Okay, don't let that number confuse you though. Let's move on from that. That equals 168,750,000 days worth of Cayo Perico heist, right? That's 300,000 heists per day. Minimum. And when you break that down, that's roughly 450,000 game hours per day. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the 4 trillion and break that down per day. Okay, so we had roughly 9 days to get this achievement accomplished, from the 22nd through the 30th. So that's roughly 9 days. Okay, so you take 4 trillion, divide that by 9 days, that's 444,444,444,444 dollars per day. And what that equals is $18,518,518,519 per hour. All right. Now we know from Steam, okay, there's roughly at peak about 150,000 GTA Online players. Okay, that's peak. That's not average. So let's take into account PlayStation and Xbox. Add them all together. Let's say roughly 300,000 players per day on average. All right. Now we take that number, and there's only about 20% of players are going to be regular money grinders. So that's 60,000 players per day. 60,000 money grinders per day will have to make roughly 7.5 million per day, or $315,000 per hour, all day, 24 hours, to reach this goal. That's roughly 5 heists a day. Okay, so 60,000 money grinders every single day have to make 5 heists per day to reach that $4 trillion goal. Now, that sounds like it's doable, but when you look at this in a full scope overall, 60,000 players minimum, it's got to be minimum 60,000 players. Can't go less than that. So if it's at 5 heists per day for each of those 60,000 money grinders, you got to think it takes 3 hours to do 2. So 6 hours to do 4, and you have to tack on an extra 3 hours for that 1. So that's 9 hours per day. That's a lot of grinding. So the numbers are crazy. This is an epic. So what that means is that the 60,000 money grinders had to have been helped by an influx of roughly 20,000 extra money grinders that were casual, 20 to 30,000 to reach this number. Because 60,000 money grinders per day working 9 hours per day getting these done, that is a tremendous amount of time invested in this every single day. If you go back to my earlier video, these numbers are all pretty much on point. This is what this pretty much would take to get this knocked out. So if it was just those 60,000 money grinders, each one of them would have had to invest a minimum of 9 hours per day. And 9 hours per day times 60,000 is 540,000 hours. And then you multiply that by 9 because you got 9 days in this event, or roughly 9 days. That's 4,860,000 hours. So yes, there were some casuals that came in to help out to add to that number right there. And there were some die-hard money grinders that did even more than that overall. That's what it took to get this done. That's what it took to accomplish this. You could say, Ty, maybe there was 100,000 hardcore money grinders, or 90,000. That would have done it as well. But from my experience, roughly 20% of the GTA population are the standard regular money grinders. We're the die-hard group that continues to grind day in, day out. But we definitely did have some help coming in from the casuals, because that's what it takes, man. It's a group effort. So, if you ask Ty, do you think that we made this $4 trillion? Yes, I do. With these numbers, I think we made it. I'm asking you though, do you think with my numbers provided that we actually accomplished this? It's a huge, tremendous goal that we had set forth in front of us, and it would have taken everything to get it done and to get it knocked out. So I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's cool. I think we did do this. I think everybody came together, had a good time. Did we have as much fire as we did for the first Heist Challenge 2 years ago? Maybe not, right? Probably not. But I still think the community came together. Even with the cooldown time, we were able to knock these out, had a lot of fun. I think a lot of people were teaming up to do the heists, which kind of reduced the cooldown timer. And we're also teaming up for the casino heist as well, and got this knocked out. So incredible job. I think everyone had a really good job and did this and knocked it out. So there you have it. Those are the numbers there. Insane. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think? Do we think that we actually made $4 trillion? And what type of vehicle do you think we're going to get for our reward? All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel for the Ills Rose content in the game. Smash that like button. And we'll see you the next one. All right. Peace out. Yeah.